Hello family, this is Mr. E coming before you again with some words for at the end of the day, because it's certainly at the end of the day. This Thursday, today is February the 23rd, and it's about 5 o'clock. And so we're going to talk about some of the things that are important for us, especially Copy Young Brothers. So this is a word to the Copy Young Brothers to first of all understand that we're transitioning from the name Christian Organizations Preparing Young Men to Conscious Organizations Preparing Young Men. Still having the principles of and moral principles of Christianity, but at the same time, we're going forward, we're growing, and we're changing, and we're becoming productive, we're becoming braver and more in leadership positions. So we want you to remember that. And those of you brothers out there who are continuing in the growth with me, I ask that you would give me a call at 251-709-1123 and let me know that you're still on board. You still want to be a member of either the Messengers, MLS, Copy Your Ministries, Brothers Behind Bars. Call me and let me know that you're still on board with us. Of course, all of these organizations fall up under Conscious Organizations Preparing Young Men, and which means to copy him means to copy him. In other words, to make a copy of the Creator, because we already know that we are in the image of God, and that it's an honorable thing to want to represent all those things that we believe that He is, and that as we invite Him into our lives, we understand that He lives through us and that He shows us. And as we study, we find out that because we're in the image of God, we should reflect who He is in His righteousness. Okay, we have lost a brother, a dear brother, Brother Tim, which we went to. Some of the brothers showed up at his funeral, and we was excited to be able to come together again to just fellowship with one another and to re-identify why we came together, how we came together, and how we met one another. We lost this brother who now we will look up to as a hero. Someone who displayed all of those characteristics that we would like to see in ourselves. And he was such a brave brother there, protecting his sister in the way that he knew how. But at the end of that day, we lost this brother. And so we want to keep him in honor and keep him lifted up, and as an example for us to strive for excellence in everything, which is another point that I want to speak about. Striving for excellence in everything, which we are to open up our eyes and see. So we know that in whatever we choose to do in life, we need to strive to be the best in that, and to display excellent behavior and accomplishment in the things that we do. Now, as far as playing your ace, of course, today, as every day when I go into the school system, I teach this principle to play your ace. In other words, to put forth your best effort in everything. But also, this is something that hopefully will keep us as brothers for sure in a survival mode or in a safety mode, especially when we have to come before authorities such as the police, such as judges, such as even when we go to church, pastors, or when we are being taught by someone who is in authority. We need to remember always as the A, to pay attention to what is being said, concentrate or to focus on what is being said. And the E is for eyes and ears on the exhibitor. And the exhibitor is whoever is in authority speaking to you at that time. We're hoping that this is going to at least save your life if there is any potentiality for you to lose your life, especially in a legal situation, as we've seen like with George Floyd. But of course, I want all of us to remember that we need to put our minds, or we need to think about the mindset of the police officer, someone who might pull you over. Now, if they have evil intent, then, probably none of this will work anyway. But hopefully, just understanding the situation that the policeman is in, try to see it from his point of view. He might be triggered already because he's dealing with this all day. Every day, every time he pulls someone over, he's thinking about his life and thinking about the situation that he might be in. So one thing that might help you is to make sure that you put your hands on the steering wheel. Also, respond yes and no, yes, sir, or no, sir, or whatever, because these words somewhat shows respect, okay? And you want to make sure that you place your eyes and your ears and your attention and your focus on what is taking place here. We're hoping, and you might need to lighten up and smile or whatever if you're in a situation to where you feel endangered. That maybe this will deactivate someone who that may not mean harm to you, but is afraid for his own self, for his own safety. So you can, what's the right word? To de-escalate the situation or whatever, smile and try to be pleasant in these awkward situations, because we know that, I know even when the police pulls me over, I think my adrenaline goes up and I try to relax and be as pleasant and professional as possible, hoping that this might save any of our lives. If you feel like you've been mistreated in some way, then just survive that environment right then, and then you need to take it to court in order to deal with it later. Okay, and that will save a lot of us. And another point that I want you to remember is to, whatever your goals and your dreams are in your life, remember, you want to stay focused on these things. If they are possible, then you're never going to know whether you could have accomplished this thing if you quit. So we teach, you might have to tweak your dreams and your visions, but don't quit, okay? So if this is your desire and if it is for you, then I believe that the Creator will make that happen for you, or the great I am, the greatness within you. And don't forget about the Ankh. Don't forget about the Ankh. The Ankh, we want you to make sure that you have an Ankh, that you can wear it under your shirt or whatever, just to keep in your mind that you want to have life on your chest. You want to understand masculine and feminine energy for yourself, so that that life will flow from you. Okay? So these are just a few points that I wanted to bring to you today at the end of the day, because it is my desire to make sure, to the best of my ability, that I can mentor you to a point, and even myself to a point, to where we can have peace and we can have